What has Simeone put into these guys? What has he injected them with? That's what I want to know. What has Simeone injected into these freaking dudes, man? Because let's look at this right now. This is freaking impressive. This is fucking impressive, bruv. Because my main thing is that we will not know what this table truly looks like until Atletico play their games in hand. Now, I'm not sure that those games in hand are with Real Madrid or Barcelona, but that's going to be impressive. But before we even get there, you see, for me, I am one of those guys that look. I told you, like, what always pumps me up about football is, the unlikely winner, the underdog. I love the underdog story. Look, man, I'm a huge fan of Rocky. I love the underdog story, and I've always felt that, I feel that, first of all, a monopoly is horrible. Hence why what's happening in Bundesliga and in Serie is terrible. That is always horrible. But what is also almost just as bad is a duopoly. And La Liga has been a duopoly for far too long. If you look at this 10-year period that has just passed, only one team outside of the duopoly has won La Liga, and that was 2014 Atletico Madrid. For the other times, it's either been Real Madrid or Barcelona. And coming into this season, I was like, it's like, what's it? So coming into this season, I was always like, you know what, this is going to be. I said Barcelona because I said I still feel like Messi would say what's up, because it's his last season. Messi would say what's up, but then I didn't really foresee that horrible start that Messi and Barcelona had. I've always been a bit cautious with Real Madrid. I keep saying this again. Barcelona lost the league title last season. Real Madrid didn't win it. Barcelona pretty much gave it up there because Barcelona just messed up when you knew that they shouldn't mess up. They just freely messed up and gave it to Real. But Atletico Madrid were never on my radar. They were not on my radar. I was like, okay, so Barcelona, well, there's a whole Bartomeu thing in the summer. What can they do? Real Madrid, they're the defending champions. They did win it without your boy Zab, so maybe they could do it. So I was trying to so there was an argument between Real, Barcelona. I never saw Atletico Madrid coming. And guys, their record is ridiculous. Do you see all those green ticks? These guys have won 13, drawn 2, lost 1 game. 6 goals conceded. That is freaking sane. That is absolutely insane. Like, just look at it. Conceded 15, 17, 17, 16, 15, 29. That is insane. And what makes it even crazier is look at the goals they've scored. The only team that have scored more goals is Barcelona. The only team that has scored more goals than them, oh wow, look at Valencia have scored 24, but they've 25. The only team one of them is Barcelona. So, you see, if let's say that goals for was like, was like 20, and then goals against was, but 31, so that is just excellence in terms of quality defense, but your attack is saying what's up as well. And I keep saying to myself that also, first of all, this this makes late February very, very tricky, but we'll get there. Look, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to say something. I'm trying to say what's coming. Look about the edge, easy the edge. Just trying to do something easy. Guys, relax. We'll do it that also, hopefully. But my main thing is that has Simeone changed? Before we even get to Simeone, let's do some math. So they have 2 games in hand. So 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. If these guys win their 2 games in hand, they are 10 points ahead of Real Madrid, 13 points ahead of Barcelona. See, my thing is that I don't feel they're going to win those 2 games in hand. Because then it's okay, what's the point? I don't think they'll win those 2 games in hand. I think you may see maybe 2 draws or a draw and a loss. They win those 2 games in hand, guys, it's over. See, that's a shocking thing. Because people say, oh, well, 18 games. No, even if it's 18 games gone, it's over. These guys are not losing more than 4, 5 games. So now they may draw a whole bunch of games, but even if they do that, they win and draw. But even more so is, I think Real will continue to draw points. Look at that. Real have already lost 3 times. Real will continue to draw points. Barcelona, yeah, they have an turn to live, but I'm still not fully. It's still not. It's not a good team. You're papering over cracks with Messi. Real Madrid are untrustworthy. Real Madrid, it's a very good team. It's a damn good team, but they just untrust. I just don't trust them. Atletico Madrid, they are trustworthy, and it's so funny. When Real beats Atletico, gave Atletico the first L, I was like, there we go. Psychologically, blah, blah. Because, see, the whole thought was, Real would beat them. But Real will beat Elche. Real will beat all these teams. But it just shows you that the league is strange. Because it's a marathon and so forth. It's about, can you maintain your consistency? Because, if Real played the Elche in a knockout game, most times they'd beat them. But within the context of a league, fixture congestion, so many games coming at you, you're like, those teams have an off day. Obviously, now you can't have an off day if you're the inferior team, but if that superior team has an off day, you have a chance of maybe saying what's up or getting a draw. But for Atletico, shout out to your boy, Los Colchoneros, man. But for Atletico Madrid, I mean, look, they bought Moussa Dembele now, so they're banding on the squad. João Felix looks flipping incredible. Carrasco is balling. Llorente is balling. Koke leading the line very well. Jimenez, I think he's now sort of taken over the mantle from Gordon in terms of being in charge of the defense. And the last line of defense in Oblak, he's always money. You see, because now you say, okay, so HH, shut up. Are Atletico now winning the league title? You see, for me, I can't change. I said Barcelona, so I've got to stick with this. I know I'm probably going to be wrong, but yeah, I said Barcelona before the start of the season, but I think I'm probably going to be wrong there. But my main thing is that I want to see what happens in those 2 games in hand. Because if, let's say I doubt they'll lose okay, let's just say, for example, let's say they lose those 2 games in hand. Oh my gosh, then we have a 0 title race. Draw 1, lose 1, win 1, lose or not. The only way where I think we can just say it's a wrap is if they win both of them. But even if they don't, I still don't trust Real and Barcelona. See, the weird thing is this. I don't trust Real Madrid, and Real Madrid will always sort of mess up. See, Real Madrid are the kind of team that a big game, they'll win. Like up against, who did they beat? They've already beaten Barcelona. They've already beaten Atletico this season. So in a big game, they'll say what's up. But in a game where they should win, where they're heavily favored, is where that they will flop and mess up. And what Atletico have done is like, bro, we are just those games that we should win. We're picking up points. And a league is how well you do over the 38 games. It's not how well you do against each other. It's how well you do against over 38 games. Now, obviously, if things are really close, then those games matter. But the way this table is looking, the games against Real and Barcelona won't really matter as much. Specifically if Real and Barcelona keep on messing up, man. So it's going to be interesting because, see, my thing now is this, because I always said that, okay, for this decade, I believe this will be Real Madrid's decade. Messi's leaving. Barca have to revamp. They don't have the superstar to take over. It's Real most likely will get either Erling Haaland or Mbappe. This is Real's decade to dominate. But Simeone is building something. He's building something here. And my main thing is that this is what I've got to ask you, boy, Coach, is have they changed? Have Atletico changed? Have they changed their stripes? Or they say, you know what? We still respect defense. We still, as we've seen with the goals, we still respect that. But let's play some football. Let's unleash their flames. Let's try and say what's up. And maybe from that point of view is where they have evolved. And evolve is always good. You don't have to, you see, that's the key. There's a difference between changing and evolving. You don't have to change because your philosophy is your philosophy. And you should live and die by your philosophy. But your philosophy can always evolve, where you refine it and perfect it. Because what's called a clever man thinks that he knows everything. A wise man knows that he knows nothing. Hence why he learns something new every single day. And you can always improve. And I think maybe Simeone is finding out that, I know I have my philosophy, but this philosophy can always be improved and perfected and evolved upon it. And I think that's what is happening. So it's going to be a very interesting Liga titles and perhaps a very interesting next 3, 4, 5 years in Spain. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.